Hello, 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 and welcome to Trevor Truck Novelty. This is the ultimate spot for toys, games, and trading cards, among other collectibles. My name is Trevor, and I want to show you some Pokémon cards that will have such great value years from now. Just like gold or silver or other precious metals, these are long-term investments. And we're going to go over these rare cards together. And if you invest just a little bit of money now, it will pay dividends down the road. Now, I'm going to be wearing these special gloves so I don't get the human oils from my skin onto the cards. And I want to sell these to you. I want you to buy them. Not just for my profit, but for yours as well. Because down the road, these cards are going to be amazingly valuable. So why don't we begin this crazy show with... That's right, Starmie. Now, what you see before you are two Starmie cards. This is what is known in the community as the CGI collection. But you'll notice that there's a difference between them. Can you spot the difference? I'll give you some time. Alright, just kidding. This isn't Dora the Explorer. The difference is, in this one, you'll notice there's a 2. Okay? And what does that stand for? Well, you might as well think of it this way. In 2 years, the value of this card will double. You might think this is just a common card, but it's really not. No. Right now, the current market value is $6. Okay? And it will double to $12 in 2 years. So if you keep this card until, let's just say, retirement age, it'll be a few $100s. Just think about it. The other Starmie card that I showed you was valueless because it doesn't have the 2 on it. Okay, now next. What do we have here? Look at this. This is an F-tier Pokemon at best. But the card... my friend, the card is going to be worth a lot pretty soon here. If you hold on to this for about 4 years, the value is going to triple, I would imagine, in my professional opinion. Now, just like with the Starmie, one of these cards is useless and the other card is worth a lot. You see the difference, don't you? The card here on the left, this card is a first edition card. You can tell. See that number 1? That means it was part of the first line of cards that was printed in Kyoto, Japan. This is the original. Okay, it doesn't get much more valuable than that. This card can be all yours for $300. And down the road, it's going to cost at least $1,000. Think about the resale value, okay? I'm here to give you good deals, not bad deals. All right, now look at this. Here's another comparison. We've got 2 cards. We got Meowth. Again, Meowth is like an F-tier Pokemon, but this card right here, okay? This one. Just look at it. This has the golden rim. If you give me $500 today for this card, down the road, this card is going to be worth $7,000, at least $7,000. Think about it. This is a regular Meowth card. It's useless. you might as well flush it down the commode. But this one, this is going to be $7,000. This is your piece of gold. This is your precious metal. And it's Meowth. Okay. Now, what we got here is a Raichu. And you might think to yourself, yuck, a Raichu. It's so common. But no, this one is actually rare because if you look here, it has the fossil. This is actually a printing mistake. It's not supposed to have the fossil symbol. The mistake makes this card rare and valuable. Give me $572 right now, and in about 5 years, this will be worth $2,000. A great, great investment. Okay, now, let's see what we can do here. Do you know what this is? This here is the CGI neon sign Voltorb, okay? This was very common in 1998. You would find it everywhere. And this was a popular card among people who took the game seriously because it was powerful. This one is also very valuable. I want you to pay $100 for this. It'll be $600 down the road. Give it like 3 years. It's a little bit tacky with the whole neon design. I personally don't like it, but hey, I don't control the market. I just take part in it. Alright, next. The reason why this card is valuable is because it's an Eevee. And I know it doesn't say Edition 1 on it, but you'll notice that it has this little flower symbol. And that is what gives this one its amazing value. If you pay $300 today, $300, this will be $600 down the road. So the price will double. Just think about that. These are good deals, and I don't show these to just anybody. Oh, look at this. I don't have to tell you why this one is valuable. Because this, as you can see, is one of those shiny Pokemon cards. Or one of those holographic Pokemon cards, as people call it. This is worth $1,000 right now. That's what you're going to pay me for this, but think about $3,471. That is what it's going to be worth down the road. This one's calling your name. It's saying, please buy me, please buy me. That's not what an Alakazam sounds like. Alright. Pikachu. One of the most overrated Pokemon. This card is an original. One of the first 14 original Pikachu cards printed straight from Japan. This one is worth its weight in gold. If you pay me $800 right now, give it 4 years, it'll be $1,600. And again, we get back to the CGI. CGI Ghastly. This one is rare. You don't find this everywhere. And if you do find it, chances are it will be at some sort of yard sale. And it will be in very bad condition. But this one is okay. It's in decent condition. Pay $400 for this baby right now. And it'll be $800 in the year 2027. Trust me, I know the market, okay? Alright. Unknown. So these are dime a dozen, usually. What makes this one different is that this is a P unknown. You don't find a lot of these in the market. If you pay $700 for it, it'll be worth $12,000 in 5 years. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm lying? Well, just look at it. This is rare. Okay? Oh my gosh. This one I have to be really careful with. I can't touch it. I can't touch it that much. This card right here is a Venonat card. Okay? And this one is rare. Because if you notice, and I gotta be really careful. If you notice, this one is an edition 1. Okay? This was hot off the press from the Pokemon card company in Japan. And this is one of the originals. Oh, I dropped it, and I hope I didn't damage it. Venonat is a rare Pokemon if you find it in the Edition 1 format. But that's all I can say. I don't want to keep touching it. It loses its value every time I do. This one right here is a Dragonite. And fans call this the Rainbow Dragonite. You don't find the Rainbow Dragonite everywhere. It's very hard to find. It's very rare. And some people say that if you keep this card out in the sunlight, it will actually glow in the dark. And I've tried it myself, and it's a load of baloney, but just the story and the legend behind the card is enough to give it some very great value. Honestly, I would look into buying this one. This one is worth $800 right now. It'll be $16,000 2 years from now. Oh, and by the way, the Venonat one, you have to pay $10,000 for it now. It'll be $100,000 in 2 years. Just to let you know. Alright, I'm going to kind of speed through some of these here. We have a holographic Zapdos. This is extremely rare. You're not going to find this at your local Walmart. This is an original. If you pay $650 now, it will be worth $12,000 in 2028. Okay? Again, we have the CGI Pokemon. You don't find these everywhere. This is worth $1,000. It'll be $2,000 in 5 years. A very, very great investment. Okay? Ooh, look at this. This is an Ivysaur. And there's actually a story behind this very card. This was found at a garage sale about 5 years ago. And it is in such... it is in mint condition. This is $700 right now. I'm actually going to bump that up to $800 because I think it's worth more. This will be $1,600 in 3 years. Just think about it. Okay. So this Diglett may seem like a very common Pokemon card, but there is an actual interesting story behind this one. So listen to me. There was going to be a Pokemon movie called Pokémon Sunken Treasure. Yes, it was going to be about Pokemon and pirates, and Team Rocket was actually going to win for once. It was going to be a very deep, provocative movie. It was ultimately canceled. This is a screenshot from the movie with like those N64 graphics. It was going to be released in 1997. The movie was ultimately canceled due to foul language. It wasn't going to, let's just say it wasn't going to do well in the market. But this is a screenshot from that movie. And if you have this card, you have a gold mine. Right now, this card is worth $4,000. You give me $4,000 today, Okay, you give me this card here. You give me 4,000 today. It will be worth, get this, $20,000 in just 5 years. And you could resell it probably for even more. Don't immediately say no to this. This is your money. This is your investment, okay? This could be all yours. Okay. Arcanine. Now here's the thing about this Pokemon card, okay? This is a common one. You find it everywhere. It's worth pennies on the dollar. But take a look at this, okay? I don't know if you can see it, but at the very top, you have ridges like this. You see that? These ridges are not intentional. You see, when Pokemon cards come down the line, I'll give you an example, right? Let's take a look at this, okay? So when Pokemon cards come down the line, there is a machine that cuts the line, right? So think about it. Cuts the line right here, and it cuts this one right here, and it's supposed to be a clean cut. Well, this right here is nothing but a mistake. It did not cut the card cleanly, and so you see the ridges right here, these ridges. This type of print and mistake is very rare. If you find this on any Pokemon card, it is going to be worth a lot of dough. This one right here, it's $1,600. But if you pay for that now and hold on to it for like 4 years, it's going to be $2,400. This is so rare. Think about buying that one, okay? All right, don't worry. We're coming to the end. Oh, look at this. So this is a quillfish, okay? Very rare. And the reason it's very rare, because this is an Edition 1 Pokemon. And also the artwork is very, very unique. It's very poppy with very vivid colors. And I don't know, I quite like this one. And because I like this one, I would say it's hard to let go of. But if you gave me $3,000, I might be convinced. This will be worth $12,000 in about 3 years. Perfect resale value. Okay, this is a Gloom, and you'll notice that it's a CGI Gloom. This was also from the canceled Pokemon Sunken Treasure movie. If you happen to find this card, you're a lucky person, because this one is worth $1,200. It'll be $3,400 in the coming years. You can make a killing from this one. Just remember, $3,400. Okay? All right. Oh, look at this one. It's a Jigglypuff. So most Jigglypuff are dime a dozen. What makes this one special is the artwork. This was actually a painting in a museum, and they actually had to stop printing this card because the painting was a fan work that had been copywritten, and the Pokemon Company did not have permission to print out this type of card with this artwork on it. I know that sounds silly, that the Pokemon Company was not allowed to print a creation of their own IP, but that's how the story goes. So only about 500 of these cards were printed and put into the rotation, okay? That means today this is worth $10,000. And in 3 years, it's going to be worth $14,000. You're going to make a lot of profit if you buy this one, okay? And this is our last card. The holographic Mr. Mime. This one is worth $5,000. $5,000. But don't worry, because in 2 years, it's going to be worth $20,000. You stand to make a lot of money on this, okay? So, I have more, but that's all I can show at this time. I have some other people who are trying to buy from me. So, here's what I want you to do. We have a cafe, we have a lounge, and I want you to just take your time and think about these deals and come back here when you're ready to buy some cards, because I know you want to buy some cards. You can't pass this opportunity up. And with that, I am done with my whole spiel. Enjoy yourself. And I will see you very, very soon.